My people, a lot is happening in the political zone everywhere, scattering in the areas of today. In this video, I will be showing you as NWANYAWU, the former Labour Party chairman, who is now the head of Zenith Labour Party, scattered everywhere on Chinese news, as at the time he made this grievous exposure and nobody ever respected it. As he said that Peter Obi is not safe in Labour Party, I would like you to stay connected to see reason behind these statements in prior to what the present Labour Party chairman did with the looting of funds that led to his arrest. NWANYAWU lamented and said no Igbo man will be seen outside protesting against President Bola Ahmed TINUBU administration because he has never done anything wrong to his Igbo family. My people, stick to the end of this video as I will be showing you another outpost video on Chinese news. Share this video to every social media platform. If you cannot share, like it, give it a thumbs up so that YouTube will recommend it for us. We'll be back in a jiffy.
Welcome back to Labour TV show.
The home of crime scene.
It's happening in the street again.
The center of political news, celebrity gossip, religious gossip, and happenings in the society.
Join us, the voice of Africa.
Welcome you to Lajupok TV show, where we bring you political, celebrity and religious gossip. If you have not yet subscribed to this channel, do well to click the red subscription button and don't forget to click the bell icon so that YouTube will notify you anytime we drop another trendy video.
It's no more a news that Habure was arrested for money laundering under the umbrella of Labour Party, because a lot of Nigerians were not expecting this, being that this is a party in which Peter Obi belongs to, and a lot of people's hope are high concerning Peter Obi and Labour Party in general, that they are the ones that would eventually bring the renewed hope that Nigerians have been yearning for. Not until Nigerians heard the issue of money laundering that was looted by the Labour chairman, there was allegation against Habure that during the election that he never put crowd for Peter Obi, that in one way or the other he actually played some dirty games, which led to some of the reason Peter Obi lost the election. With this, Nigerians are no longer comfortable with Peter Obi being in Labour Party, because if the so-called party chairman can be corrupt, what better things should be expected as the citizens? What should they be expecting from that party? Though Peter Obi already came out to tell Nigerians about him not leaving the party, but a whole lot of Nigerians' hopes are very high that Peter Obi should be the person that will actually take Nigerians to the next level in this country. Even though we have some people that are also saying that all the problems, all the issue long grounds will be too much for Peter Obi all by himself to take care of everything. At least if he could get there and do some of the things that will make Nigerians to be better, a whole lot of Nigerians will be okay. Now, with all this that is actually going on, there are a lot of allegations and a lot of exposure that NWANYAWU actually made on Chinese News TV, because Nigerians solely believe Peter Obi will save Nigerians. But to the greatest shock, NWANYAWU said something that Nigerians might not want to hear, because he praised President Bola Ahmed TINUBU. He praised President Bola Ahmed TINUBU in this video, and obviously Nigerians can see some little changes, even though it's not up to what Nigerians are expecting. But there is no democracy anywhere criticism ceases to exist. A lot of Nigerians are still asking questions pertaining to the security of the nation and the way forward. In this video, Sheun OKINBALOYE asked some eye-opening questions that I will be showing you. NWANYAWU shocked everybody with this exposure, because there are a lot of things that he said in this video. I would like you to stay connected and watch what NWANYAWU said in this video. A whole lot of Nigerians were actually shocked in this video, my people. And after this video, I will be right back to wrap up, my people. Stay connected and watch this video. It will shockalize you.
That they should let him be. They should release him, let him go and conduct his primaries. Then you can go ahead to investigate whatever allegation. The leader of their party have said, okay, they are going to have independent inquiry. You see, there are things you do as security agencies. You give an impression that you don't want certain political parties or persons to have their freedom. You don't just ambush him in a door and arrest him. No matter, invite him. I also didn't like the way he was humiliated. You don't force him to sit on the floor. You see, the problem in the Labour Party is not something that you have to fight at the eve of a primary.
Why do you think that the counter accusation over corruption, over money spent, why do you think that this is going on in the Labour Party? Honestly, because I read your resignation letter when you left, and I'm wondering, you say you left over 400 million or thereabout.
I left 460 billion in the party to my successor, not Julius Habure. When I was leaving, Julius Habure was secretary in Edo. You see, I have restricted myself from talking. But with what I saw, I knew someday something would happen. You see, I left for 60 million, and within 3 months, the money was blown. I can stay here and give you 3 transactions that brought the money. And I called my successor, say, they say you're now moving money into a private account, SEUN Nigeria Limited, EcoBank, AP Plaza. He said, let him check. I said, As your account become Dangote's account that you won't know when money entered. I gave him 2 days. He came back. I said, what did you find out? He said, well, that I said, what happens if you didn't win any governor, as we had Mimiko then? How would you run the party? He said, Chairman, you have done your own. Allow me to do my own. I said, really? He said, yes. I said, okay, this meeting is over. Leave my.
So you saw this problem coming?
I knew it would come. You see, when you work with people and all they know is money, money. And this was a party I ran. I headed. No allowance, no salary, no per diem, no official vehicle. The office used to run the party throughout the period was my private office, which I'm still using to today. And apart from money that came from Mimiko from time to time, I used my money to run the party. I thought I was dealing with human beings. Immediately I left, they swallowed the 460 million in 3 months. And more money came because that time the party was getting acceptability. I said, go and read the NWANYAWU's resignation letter in the internet. In fact, at the time, they tried to involve the National Security Advisor, as if the money that came from Akwa Ibom, 70 million, was meant for him. I put it in the letter. I knew that place will explode. So, is that I try to restrict myself. What I cannot handle, I let it go.
Let's talk about the state of the nation. That's the reason why I invited you. This is just an aside. What is going on in the country today? What in your mind do you think is the way out? Because that's what all of us are seeking, isn't it?
Yes, I think Nigeria is in a very precarious situation, arising from uncontrollable inflation, and which has caused, lack of essential amenities, insecurity, and all that. But we must have to understand why we are here. You see, for 8 years, we kept quiet. And the foundation for the destruction where we are now was laid.
You mean under the Buhari government?
Of course. President Buhari destroyed this country.
What do you mean by that? Is that fair to say?
Look, those of us who spoke at that time, we were called bad losers. But we knew we would get here. Unfortunately, President TINUBU is the man now carrying the thing, as if he started here. But it's the same party. But we must put at the point where the whole thing started. You could see all the discoveries. Money was released for certain things. They entered individual pockets. Dollars in millions and in billions were taken from the central bank into individual accounts for individual personal use. And you think the economy will stand?
Is it your view that there is a lot of corruption in that government?
Of course, that government for 8 years was the most corrupt government, all the governments put together.
But that was the government that said it wants to fight corruption.
It was just lip service. So when it was here, I told you that in 2010-11, I visited President Buhari in his house in Kaduna. Twice. There was no session I had less than 2 hours with him, one-on-one. I had to beg him to come and take this same Labour Party ticket for president. I spoke with General Buhari as he then was every Friday after mosque until he formed CPC. Until later, they have arrangement with SEUN, which brought APC. Osito Kechuku, Mustafa Salihu, who is now a senator, Buba Galadima, Suleman and myself, we were the key people for Buhari. Let him come for a meeting, we'll lead him, we'll take him everywhere. Do you know I didn't see Buhari throughout the 8 years? Not that I don't ask for anything. They do the right thing. Those things you told me in your house, why not do them?
But is it about, because the personality of the Buhari personality is on one hand.
Yes.
The government of Buhari is another thing. The Buhari that you met, that you knew, that you had conversation with, which you said is government, was the most corrupt government.
Put all the government together, is the most corrupt government.
In Nigeria.
All the governments in Nigeria, all the corruption.
Since 1960.
Buhari's government was the worst, or is still the worst. Since 1960.
Can you give evidence? You're a lawyer. Can you substantiate?
How many would I? Do you want you to start with There's so many that you cannot be raising them. The facts are there. Even this present government has given us some tips of what they did. Buhari may not, they say he may not know, but the buck ends on his table. And that's why I'm saying President Bola Ahmed TINUBU is the most experienced individual, politician that became president. There is nobody that became president in this country that has his experience.
Even above Peter Obi, above ATIKU Abubakar?
ATIKU Abubakar has not been president.
He was a former governor.
He has not been a president. I'm talking of those that had become president. And that's why there is nothing. And he has guts. President TINUBU has guts. So there is nothing he cannot change.
But why are things looking difficult right now?
Maybe he's taking his time. I'm not speaking for him and his party. Maybe he's taking his time, but that the time has come now that he must show his teeth and that he can bite with it.
What do you think if you were in President Tinubu's shoes?
Yes.
And to fix some of these problems, because we are tired of hearing the problem. We are feeling the problem, the pains, the anguish, the hardship is on us. Every citizen.
First of all,
where do we go from here?
I have to look at the issue of the subsidy again. I have to look at it. All of us who contested that election agreed that we remove subsidy. My template was not to do it the way it was done. But President TINUBU, ATIKU Abubakar, and Peter Obi said it will go from day one. I didn't say so. Go and see my manifesto. I had a project to fix Port Harcourt and Warri refineries. Within 6 months, I still had the experts' projection on that and the fault they had. And that was why I came to say, after 6 months, 9 months, I will sell fuel for 100 naira. People ask me, how would you do it? What will be the rate of dollar when you'll be selling fuel for 100 naira? I said, dollar's rate will be consequential.
And you don't think that market forces might...
No. You see, that's why I have given you one tip. Look at it. Try your best endeavors to fix these two refineries that were supposed to be working in December.
Understand that in the next few months that Port Harcourt or Warri might get us straight.
Let him get it working. And then let us address all these social interventions. Let them get to the people. Let them get to the people. It is hot out there. The president is not. Now Nigerians must be patient. It is not by demonstrating, by burning Nigerian flags. I read one professor, instead of addressing the issue, he was saying that he was surprised uncharacteristically while Igbos are not talking or involved in the demonstration. Why should Igbos be involved in the demonstration? They have been hungry for 8 years. Their own is just 8 months. This president, for God's sake, is only 8 months. But there was a group in Nigeria, the most hated tribe in Nigeria. You put them in a dot and marched on them. They have been hungry for 8 years. To the extent that they are now used to hunger. And one professor is saying, why are you not demonstrating? Where was his mouth when President Buhari showed ancient hatred on that tribe and their people? Where were those who are now talking both from the Senate and everywhere, attacking President TINUBU?
Is it right to say? Is it right to say President Buhari showed hatred?
He had
certain people.
He had ancient hatred against the Igbos.
That may not be right.
I am saying it now. He's my friend. I'm saying it.
But you can't substantiate that fact.
I can substantiate it with facts. I can, brother, you see, when you see where a bird is from, don't start asking how does a bird feed. Don't you agree that the Igbos are the most hated in Nigeria? As a group, I'm asking you.
I mean, you have to substantiate that.
Anyway, let us continue. You see, you won't do that to a tribe that had been... You see, the difference between others and Igbos is that when an Igbo man is hungry, you don't see it on his face. The people are making us, don't go and demonstrate. In fact, we have put up a committee. As I'm talking to you now, they are going around the entire Southeast, particularly the Igbo states, telling our young people, don't come out. Don't demonstrate against President Tinubu's government. President Tinubu has nothing against the Igbos, and we have nothing against him. Don't go and demonstrate because they want to drag you out to shoot you young people. We have evidence to show that Igbos have always been at the brunt of every single demonstration or every action in this country. They'll be singled out and be shot. Let our young people, those in the market, in fact, the people are going to the market, don't come out. Continue with your endurance. Let nobody drag them in. So these are some of the things that they must have to be patient. Nigerians must be patient to see how these economic reforms will work. It is not by getting to the street. I listened to the Senate President a few days ago, Senator Akpabio, that extra 30 billion have been given to the governors. They must ensure that these things get down the line. It's not by looking for foreign exchange market. 30 billion is a big deal. Put 1 billion in every local government in your state. You will see the results. So don't push it to the center. Both national and sub-national governments must do everything to ensure that this problem of hunger is ameliorated.
So it's a unanimous decision in the Southeast not to protest the.
In fact, our President Ohaneze worldwide, Chief Dr. Emmanuel NWANYAWU, has written on that. And that is the position of Igbos. We are not going to protest, though we are hungry.
But the NLC has said that it will go on the street.
No, the NLC is not Igbo. I'm talking about the tribes. You see, politics is local.
Why are we tribalizing this issue?
No, we are not tribalizing it because this is a tribe hated. They will bring the young people out. Among the crowd, they are the ones to be shot. Look at NSAS, who bought the brunt. The Igbo young men and women. Look at Matasina riots. The Igbo young women, all their shops were looted. Look at even when there is intersect problem, Igbos will bear the brunt. So we have told them, as a patriot, we have told them, I don't want trouble in this country. I love this country. The day of demonstration, let every Igbo man or Southeasterner, anywhere in the country, when they're demonstrating, don't open your shop, don't go to work, stay in your house. When they finish, come out. Because they're going to bear the brunt. We have records to show that it is an attempt to shoot all these young people. So the professor that was deaf and dumb for 8 years of Buhari, Professor Usman, please don't mention our people. We are coming to the conclusion we will do nothing against the president and we will not demonstrate against him.
I think Igbos are some of the finest in mind, in looks, and in character that I've seen in this country. And I do not, just a moment, and I really do not like, because I do not like to be judged by the tribe or what part of the country that I come from. I'm a Nigerian, and let's debate on the issue of idea. When the issue of tribes are coming in, it's not pleasant for our country. And I don't think it's necessary, does it?
I am a patriot, not a tribalist. But for me to speak on this, I don't want our young people to die. I have never supported anything tribalism. When people do things based on tribe and religion, it pains me. But this has to do with life and death. But I have to alert our young people so that they don't die. Because if they come out and they are shot, they would have died unsung and unwept.
The question is that hunger does not know tribe or religion.
Yes.
So the fact remains that if you cannot buy the same market we all go to, the question is, if you are speaking to President Tinubu tonight, what would you be telling him in how this country must move forward and what needs to be done?
I'll give you 2 instances. One, think I look at the issue of this subsidy, the way it was done. Mr. President, look at it again. Look at the refiners, get them to work. These social interventions, money release, monitor it. Let it get to the
Senator Ndume yesterday was suggesting food stamps.
Well, you see, that's another conduit pipe. How are you going to do it? I listened to him. America is not here. America is not here. Food stamp, all the details are there, addresses are there. You can easily cross-check whether they got it or not. Yeah, we don't even know those who are Nigerians and those who are where they are. And that's why our children were fed during Buhari's government, during COVID, when they were in our homes. But hundreds of billions of naira was spent to feed their children and mine when they were in our homes.
You would see what Dan NWANYAWU said in the video. The tribalism that are setting into the citizen, that are setting into this country, that the citizens are actually talking about now, is going to be the genesis of Nigerian destruction. If this issue is not curbed as fast as possible, it's going to collapse Nigeria, because a whole lot of people that come together that speak in one voice are not the ones speaking with different voices. And you could see we are all talking about different parties. We have Labour Party, we have PDP, we have APC, but whenever they get to the point of sharing money in the House of the Senate, you will see that all of them speak with one voice. We should know that these people do not have the interests of Nigerians at heart. And you will see in that video, he's talking about tribalism. That is not a tribalistic person, but with the way things are actually going. He said that President Bola Ahmed TINUBU has never done anything bad to his Igbo brothers and sisters. So why should Nigerians, why should Igbo brothers, why should his Igbo brothers protest against him? That's the reason why. That was what led to them announcing it around to his Igbo brothers and sisters that they should not come out and protest against this present administration. Though a whole lot of Nigerians really wish Peter Obi could be the president of this country, and a lot of people are also saying that Peter Obi, with the present situation of this country, cannot bear all the burdens alone. Because that if he should get there, there are a lot of issues that are going to arise. And with what Nigeria even saw that happened in Labour Party, the internal issue that they have, where the chairman was actually losing money, actually turned off a whole lot of Nigerians. Because this is a party that Nigerians are hoping that will make this country better. That they have, though there's no party in this country that do not have corrupt people, but not as the chairman, not the chairman of the party. There are a lot of Nigerians were concerned about that. Why would Abure even be the one to be looting money and to be doing all these shenanigans, and all this criminality was caught with? So a lot of people actually talked about this, and they were now concerned about Peter Obi, because Peter Obi has a reputation to protect as the candidate, the presidential candidate of Labour Party, because a whole lot of Nigerians are actually anticipating for the next election. And with what this man said, a whole lot of things are actually happening. He said a particular amount of money that he left in the party at the time he was leaving the office, and a whole lot of shenanigans, the way they've mafia the money, with the way they've useless the money, and also the money was even transferred to a particular account that is even unknown to so many people. You see that all these shenanigans, if we want a renewed hope, if Nigeria is going to be better, all these issues should not be what we'll be finding in a particular party that we want Nigerians to vote for and we want a change from, because a whole lot of people are actually anticipating for Peter Obi as the president of this nation. Until now, a whole lot of Nigerians are still supporting him. If an election should be conducted today, a whole lot of Nigerians are going to pull out so as to be able to vote for Peter Obi. Now, with all these shenanigans that is happening, you can see the insecurity that has engulfed the whole nation. You can see how how everything is actually going down the drains. But lately, we could see some of the changes that Nigerians never even expected, even though it was not the way it was when they actually resumed the office, because the rate with which everything was bought when he resumed the office is no more what Nigerians are experiencing presently, my people. With what we've seen in this video, make sure you share everything in the comment section. Tell us what you actually feel about what Dan NWANYAWU said, because they actually made a whole lot of expression in this video. He actually made a whole lot of expression, and he said he does not want his brothers and sisters to die, because he knows that if anything should like pulling out crowd to protest against President Bola Ahmed TINUBU, because he knows that this might actually lead to some unforeseen circumstances. It might lead to some things that Nigerians are not expecting at the end of the day, my people. Make sure you share your opinion at the comment section. Let us know, should Peter Obi leave Labour Party, even though he has already come out to say that he's not leaving that party? Should you leave that party because of all these shenanigans that is actually happening there? Because a whole lot of Nigerians believe that this is not the end of this criminality that is actually happening beneath the canopy of Labour Party. And we want Peter Obi, whom Nigerians are actually believing in to take Nigeria to the next level, not to be in such party. We don't expect somebody that wants to bring change to the country to be having an internal, there should be an internal issue in his own party. A whole lot of Nigerians really want for this renewed hope, my people. Make sure you share your opinion at the comment section. Let us know what you feel about this video. And don't forget to share this video to every social media platform. If you cannot share it, like it, give it a thumbs up so that YouTube will recommend it for us. And if you are coming across this channel for the very first time, do well to click the red subscription button, and don't forget to click the bell icon so that YouTube will notify you anytime we drop another trending video. See you in our next video. Bye for now.